Thank you and welcome to the hashtag Blackpacker channel on YouTube. And in case you're wondering who I am a guide who lives in Richmond, Virginia that takes people out to Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains. I have over 10 years of experience and I've traveled approximately 100 miles on trails in Virginia and trails in Pennsylvania as well. So this, what you're about to see here is the gear that I'm going to take on a overnighter this weekend. We're going to go to the James River Footbridge and travel the AT approximately 22 miles. Now let's get into the gear. Let's start off with my Colombian fleece hat, and right underneath the fleece hat is my sunglasses. They are my sunglasses of choice. They're Tifosi Dolomite 2.0. They have the interchangeable lenses, and right underneath that, my Blackpacker, hashtag Blackpacker customized synthetic red t-shirt. And then what you see there is to the left, my North Face thermoball jacket, and then my North Face raincoat. It is a Venture raincoat that I've just recently purchased. And underneath the Blackpacker t-shirt, synthetic t-shirt, there is my Salomon long sleeve trail runner. It's like a quarter zip with a chest pocket. That's just a typical white bandana right there. And the pants there are the cool Renegade convertible pants. And now we get down to my boots. That's the Salomon Quest 4D2 Gore-Tex boot. I'm a huge Salomon fan. I love those boots. And the gray socks are my Smart Wool hiking socks, and the red socks you see, my Keen Uwe sandals. Those are my camp socks. And then the blue socks you see in the other boot are my sock liners. If you didn't notice, at the top I have a Casio watch, PAG 240B-2 multifunction watch. Does altitude, temperature, and compass. Also, the gloves you see are the gloves that I use when I'm processing wood. Notice the Mechanics Impact gloves. And now, let's move on to the pack. The pack you see here is the Osprey Kestrel 48 liter. I love this pack. Has all the features that I need for any trip I'm taking. And that blue ditty bag there is a 25 liter REI clothes bag, and I use that bag to store my clothes, but when I get the clamp I flip it inside out, and that gray you see there is a nice soft fabric, and it becomes my pillow. And underneath that is a 2 pound, it's almost 2 pounds, the Gerber Gorge. Is a folding shovel. It allows me to get into almost anything I need to out there when I'm out in the woods. Of course, wet ones, something to keep my hands and other parts of me clean. And right next to the wet ones is a Leatherman's, and that is one of my favorite Leatherman's. That's the Surge. And to the right of the Leatherman's is some paracord. I keep 50 feet of paracord, and I have 2 Night Ease carabiners. One of them is just the typical carabiner size, and the other one is the S, and they're both they're size 4. Now, right underneath the actual shovel part of the Gerber Gorge is my Soto pocket torch. I love that. Just stick a lighter in it and it becomes a torch. And underneath that red piece of metal you see, that's my Sven Saw. That's collapsed, and that will expand to about 15 inches, and that's what I use to process wood. And underneath is my 15 liter, the green sack there is a 15 liter REI dry sack. I use that as the bear bag. And the red pack you see there, the red bag you see there right next to it is a Cedar Summit Ultra Silk. And I use that to store all my snacks and goodies that I take out when I go hiking. And right here is my Sierra Designs Nightwatch 2 tent. It's a 4-pound tent that comes with poles and stakes right there in the green bag that you see at top. But that blue tarp there is what I use as a ground cloth. Eventually I want to get a footprint, but for now I'm just using that. And what you see here is my water system, and this is how I process water when I'm out in the outback. The blue bag to the left there is the Katadyn Basecamp 10 liter, and it's a gravity water filter. I've done a little bit of customizations to it. And to the right of that, the two water bottles there are Vapur collapsible water bottles, the 23 ounce and the 1.5 liter. And right next to that is Platypus BigZip 2.0 liter. And it's actually in a insulation bag there to, if it's cold outside, it keeps it warm, and if it's warm outside, if I put cold water in there, it keeps it cool. Now on to my lighting and my cook system. For lighting, everything I carry uses AAA batteries. So if one of them breaks, I can move batteries over and keep the other two going. And I carry 4 lights with me all the time. At the very top there is the Storm. I've had that for a while and I love that headlamp. And on the left side of that is that red light you see there. That's a Stylus Pro by Streamlight, and that carries 2 AAA batteries. And on the right of my battery holder that you see there, the blue box carries 4 spare AAA batteries. On the right there is the Micro Stream by Streamlight. That is just one AAA battery, but it's good in a pinch. And the yellow gray thing you see there, that's the Snow Peak Mini Hozuki, and that carries 3 AAA batteries, but that gives me a nice dome light for inside the tent that I don't have to, once I set up my tent, I can set that up and walk away, and when it gets dark, just turn it on. No matter where I'm at, I'll be able to find my tent, even if I don't have any of my lights with me. If I leave them all in the tent, as long as that Snow Peak lamp is on, the glow that it gives will light up my tent nicely. And as for cooking, let's start with the pot you see there. That's the Snow Peak Trek 900 milliliter titanium cook set, and that's just a red handkerchief I keep on the inside for when I need to clean it. Right underneath that is the Snow Peak 450 milliliter single wall mug, and I also have the lid for it. And underneath that blue towel there is a REI small towel. It's like a 14 inch by 10 inch towel. And to the right there is just the Snow Peak Spork with a sandwich container that I've gotten from Target. And my stove of choice is the Soto Windmaster stove with the 4-plex prongs there. And I just use that sandwich box to store extra food. If I overcook anywhere, I can store extra food for the next day. Or I could use it as a bowl and eat out of it. And this chair that you see here is my REI FlexLite Chair. It's just a hair over 1 pound, but that's my luxury item. I take that with me. Can't sit on the cold ground, can't sit on the wet ground, just can't do it. Now on to my sleep system. What you see there is the Nemo Mezzo 30-degree synthetic rectangle sleeping bag. And in its stuff sack there is the Nemo Cosmo Air insulated sleeping pad. That guy is 25 inches wide and 70 something inches long, and most importantly has a foot pump, so I don't have to blow anything up when I'm ready to set up my sleep system. The blue and black Cedar Summit bag is just the stuff sack I use to stuff my sleeping bag in. Yeah, it's a bigger bag, but I'm not a mummy person. I've tried different type of mummies. I currently own a mummy. I own a marmot mummy, but I'm not a mummy bag kind of guy. So I went with this rectangle bag from Nemo. And again, this is all my gear that I'm taking on this trip. Again, it's 22 miles heading south on the Appalachian Trail in Virginia. This is not all my gear, but this is just the gear that I've decided to take on that overnighter. I'd like to take this time to say thank you for watching my YouTube channel and watching one of my first videos here. Don't forget to always hike your own hike. #BlackPacker. I'm out.